بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. And with the 13th advice or reminder of the blessed months of Ramadan, and with the ayah number 278 from Surah Al-Baqarah. This particular ayah is talking about riba, usury. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this ayah, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وذروا ما بقي من الربا إن كنتم مؤمنين. This ayah, the meaning of it, contains mercy of Allah and also contains the promise of a severe punishment from Almighty of Allah, Almighty Allah, if someone will die while he's involved with riba with his own choice, not under pressure. Allah forgives those who had to deal with that under desperate need and because no one want to give them loan for sake of Allah. A riba, what is riba? A riba is one of the major sinful deeds. And the riba is the definition of riba in the Arabic language, that if something is increased, like if you walk in a flat valley and you find an area kind of high, that is called rabia, mean extra or higher than the others. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Hajj, end of verse number 5, فَإِذَا أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْهَا الْمَاءِ اهْتَزَّتْ وَرَبَتْ وَأَنبَتَتْ. Allah speaks about the dry, look dead land. People think it's dead because it's very thirsty. It is dried up. It's cracked and shrinked. Once the rain will come down by the mercy of Allah, it will increase, it will inflate, and it starts to get higher, to be broken, and the plant will come out. And also, scholars of our religion, they have different definition of riba. That definition is an extra due rights to one of the two contractors, and that extra of money it has nothing to be given to the other one. So one will get his right plus extra, while the second one didn't get anything against that extra. So the example of that: two people, they contracted together to give a loan to someone. So one is a creditor, one is a debtor, and he took $1,000 from someone. And he told him, you return it to me next year, 120. That's extra. That's extra. So this $20 is extra, and the first one, the one who received the money, he didn't get any benefit against that. And the first one, the creditor, he got extra $20 while he did not suffer anything. Maybe someone will say it is for the risk he is carrying. No. If he kept that money in a safe, That is also a risk. Maybe a thief will come and take it. Maybe a fire will burn it down. But if he kept $1,000 in the safe after a year, would he find it 120? Impossible. So from that, we had to go to a different point. I want you to know that this reminder is not a class of detailed knowledge. It is just to touch down to the issue of usury or riba. So, what are kinds of riba? The first one is riba of the loans, or in Arabic, riba al-qurud, riba al-diyun. Loans usury. When someone give loan to someone with the previous condition I spoke about. And this is what is haram, or the worst kind of riba in the eyes of Allah, and these ayat descended to stop that. And all the banks, except if any bank received the mercy from Allah, all the banks returned back to that kind of riba. Riba al-qurud. And this is the most ugly, or the ugliest kind of usury amongst all kinds of riba. The second style of riba, called riba al-buyu', sales usury. Riba because of sales. Wrong transaction happen even from some student of knowledge, because he didn't study the issue very well and analyze it in a fair way, and to drop down any vain desire when he to keep a job or to keep a position or whatever, he must drop down all the vain desires and to analyze the issue and to get the right decision and the right fatwa to the people. Because if he wants to do, he will carry on the day of judgment his own sin, and died like that, his own sinful deeds and the sinful deed of those who misled them. Okay, so riba al-buyu', sales usury, divided into two kinds. The first, riba al-fadl, to sell or to make a transaction between two similar ribawi money, or a special kind of money mentioned in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and those are 6 kinds: gold, silver, fruits of dates, the wheat, barley, and salt. And the scientists of the religion, they add similar kinds to them. So if you try to sell gold with another gold or against another gold, transaction gold for gold, but this one is broken and old, and this one is new fashion and new, you must make the transaction with a similar weight on the same time, and no differences, no extra. If any extra to any side of the two contractors, this is called riba al-fadl, and that is haram. The second style of the riba, of sales riba, is riba al-nasi'ah. The transaction between one of the 6 previous mentioned kinds of money or items, gold for gold, it is not that. It's gold for silver this time. Egyptian currency for American currency. American currency for Saudian currency, for example. It is okay to give extra, like I have $100, I sell it to the bank for, or to some source for 15 15 Egyptian, 1500 Egyptian pound. But the bank, for some reason, or the provider, for some reason, says, come back after half hour, or come back at the end of the day, or come tomorrow. I will collect the needed money for you. That is riba nasi'ah. That is haram. If you want to make a transaction between two not similar money, should be on time. Now, take, give. End of the story. No delays, even 1 minute. Go and sit. No. Keep standing in front of him till you take your money. Till here we will stop, and I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will stop those who are involved in riba from that riba before they meet Allah. Till here we will stop, and we will continue tomorrow if Allah give us life. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى أصحابه وأزواجه وآل بيته الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.